What's up, troops? Welcome to the channel. I am Stephen, a military biker, and today I am gonna be probably riding one of the last rides of the year. Look at that view, man. Woo! Because, as you guys know, I live in Southern Alberta, and it is nearly middle of October, and I'm away for the next few weeks. So by the time I get back, all of that beautiful landscape right there will be covered in snow. Look at that. Anyway, roll that intro. I'll tell you what the video's about today. So today I am off on a little ride up to the mountains. Oh, as he takes a big massive whatever the fuck that was to the head. I'm off up to the mountains, taking the scenic route to the foothills of the Rockies, and I want to discuss the fact that by the time you see this, I will be a veteran of the British Army. 24 years down the line from when I first started as a young boy in 1998, a long time ago, 24 years ago obviously. I joined up as a young lad. I didn't join up straight out of school. I actually went and did an apprenticeship stuff beforehand in engineering and stuff, but something was missing, you know, a bit of excitement in my life, and my family's got a history of being in the armed forces, so you know, it was an easy decision for me to make actually, all the way back then, fully supported by the family, my mum and dad at the time when I did it, and you know what, I've had 20 years of ups and downs, 24 years of ups and downs. I've had some amazing times, I've had some rubbish times, lost some friends along the way, quite a few friends along the way, but overall it's given me the opportunity, the British Army has given me the opportunity to have the life I've had up to now, and it's also given me the greatest opportunity, which is to take a post into Canada to our the British Army training unit at Suffield, which is our biggest base outside of the UK, and it's, you know, it's given me the rest of my life now living out in Canada. So a dream of mine since I first came to Canada in 1998, a long time ago, and we went to BATUS, as it's called, British Army Training Unit Suffield, to do a month and a half's exercise on the tanks, and at the end of it we were let loose by the Sergeant Major. He said, right boys, you got 5 days, piss off, I don't want to see you till, you know, whatever date and time my flight was. So that was it. We went down, we hired a car, me and 4 of the guys, and we jumped in the car and we drove to Calgary, had the night in Calgary, and then we jumped again the next morning and went out, drove the car all the way through the Rocky Mountains over to Vancouver. And like I said, at that point I fell in love with this country, man. You know, it was middle of summer, and the scenery, as you can imagine, for those of you who have drove through the Rocky Mountains from Calgary to Vancouver will know how stunning it actually is, and it just captured my imagination. We then went over to Vancouver Island, stayed in Victoria for a couple of days, and then we jumped on the ferry that you can get from Victoria over to Seattle, and we spent, I think it was a couple of days in Seattle as well. Overall the whole trip was there and back was 5.5 days, I think it was, but it was fantastic, man. It was absolutely, like I said, it captured my sort of imagination, and from that day forth, you know, I always wanted to come back as permanent staff if I could ever get it, and potentially move here permanently, which thankfully I've had the opportunity to do so, and it's paid off. Like I said, I joined up in 1998. I joined the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards, which was at the time a cavalry regiment, or still is a cavalry regiment, but at the time we had Challenger 2 main battle tanks, and I spent most of my career on Challenger 2, and what an awesome bit of kit that was, or is still to this day. Fantastic tank. My first ever tour was to Kosovo. When Kosovo kicked off, the Serbians invaded Kosovo, which is in the Balkans, and NATO was sent in to sort them out. And we were in, it was Op Agricola it was called, and we went in 1999/2000. That's what the tour, our 6-month tour of Kosovo covered. Geez man, I was like a young fairy-faced geezer, thought I was the bee's knees, and I'm in the British Army, I'm hard as nails. And when you actually get out there and you see what the fucking Serbs had done to these families, the Muslim families, Albanians, ethnic Albanians, they did horrendous things to people, and I'm sure you guys that have been to Kosovo or Bosnia would know the score. They did horrendous things to the men, women and children. Fucking horrendous. So yeah, we were there for the right reason, to kick the Serbs out and look after the Kosovan Albanians. I've seen some horrendous shit while I was there. Dealt with a lot of horrendous shit, and I soon grew up. I soon realised that I wasn't fucking hard as nails. I wasn't this little smart ass scouser. I was actually a sort of British soldier, and I had to learn quickly and grow up quickly. Because we went in there and it was genocide basically. Families getting wiped out by the Serbs and stuff like that, and it was our job to look after these people. There was minefields everywhere back in aftermath of them tying up a full family, and around a cow kebab, which is basically a big pole with hay, like a skewer of hay in the floor, and they tied this family around. We're talking kids as well here. Around this cow kebab and set it on fire. It was just fucking awful, man. It was really awful. But those are the days where we would out patrol, stuff like that, and the locals would offer you this thing called Slivo, which is Slivovich, which is like fucking rocket fuel. So you'd go out patrol and you'd come back shit-faced. Because everywhere you went, they were so grateful for us being there. Everywhere we went, it was, hey, Mr. Slivo, just ran, and it was rude to sort of turn that down. You didn't want to do that. You didn't want to be disrespectful to these people. So yeah, that was an interesting tour. Fucking dickhead! But then, oh Jesus, the usual commander's courses for Challenger 2 tanks, and probably the best job I ever had. To quote Fury, it was the best job I ever had. Commanding a tank is by far the best job I ever had. It was amazing.
Well, we do get $1.35 a day, right?
Best job I ever had.
Best job I ever had.
Best job I ever had.
Absolutely fantastic. I did tours of Iraq as well. A couple of tours of Iraq. That was interesting. Seen a lot of shit there as well. Did a lot of shit. Seen a lot of people who wanted to kill me on a daily basis. So some of those got the good news. We were harder to kill than they thought. But it was 2 tours of Iraq. It changes you. Kosovo, it changes you. And I'm certainly not the young 18-year-old lad I was when I first joined up. That's for sure. Like I said, you have to grow up fast, extremely fast. Scared to fucking death about getting blown up by an IED or shots and stuff like that. You just have to try and cope with that, as well as try and do your job and be professional. So yeah, been all over the world, man. I've been to Poland, Canada, obviously. We did a couple of stints went down to Greece, Macedonia, bloody hell, UK, obviously. And I did a stint with the American Army as well. I was posted, well, not posted, I was attached to the American Army down at Hohenfels in Germany, southern Germany, and I was attached as a observer mentor for quite some time, and I met one of my closest friends doing that, and he lives in Seattle. He's a ex-US engineer, a veteran of the US Engineer Corps. So that was interesting as well, you know, trying to see the way the American Army did things against the way we did things was certainly an eye-opener. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. It was amazing. It was really, really cool. Really cool. You know, and yeah, man, I spent a lot of time going all over the world doing stuff, seeing things. And I'm grateful to the British Army for giving me the life that I've got now. Because would that change things? No, absolutely not. I wouldn't change things for the world. I love what I do. I love what I did. You know, and it was 24 years is a long time to be doing the same job. Not the same job, but you know, in the same sort of profession. And then to be told, sorry, you're no longer needed. Time to leave. You're too old. You're too broken. See you later. So it's a bit of a kick in the balls. It took me a long while to, but it's taken me a while to sort of, I almost sort of brushed it off as it was like, yeah, whatever, you know, I'm not leaving. But actually, I was, and my mindset at the time was very much, I'll get round to it. You know, getting out, I'll get round to, you know, doing what I should be doing to get out of the army. While still trying to do a job that I was in at the time. You know, trying to balance getting out to staying professional in the job that you are doing at the time is pretty tough, because, you know, you can't balance everything up, and you certainly can't do both. You know, you have to stop at some point and think, right, I need to stop doing what's best for the organisation, and I need to, you know, think about me now. So that sort of click in my head was a sort of was a shock, if I'm honest. And I was like, fuck, man, what am I going to do when I get out? I've got a mortgage to pay for, I've got a family to look after. You know, it's tough, man, when you've been told for 24 years what your next job is, to then have to sit there and think, right, what do you want to do? When someone asks you, what do you want to do? Well, I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm a tank commander, I blow shit up. There's not much call for tank commanders, and, you know, outside in City Street. But I've been lucky enough to gain a lot of management calls over the years, and I think that's where my niche is. Especially you guys that are military know this. The more you go up the ranks, the less combat duties you do, and you end up being a pen pusher basically. But you get that qualifications, you get those qualifications to take into Civvy Street, management qualifications, especially the job that I was doing just recently. You get, you know, that was basically a very high profile operations manager, fleet manager of around about 1,600 vehicles. So, well, yeah, man, 24 years of awesomeness, if I'm honest. I've done some fucking gnarly shit over the years. You know, I've been to war zones, I've been shot at, all that good stuff. You know, all that gruesome shit that you would think that I've seen, I have. It's not cool, and it certainly leaves a lasting impression on you, that's for sure. Do I have PTSD? No, I don't think I do. But that will only time will tell. I'm now a veteran of the British Army, living in Southern Alberta. Fucking just, it's flown by. 24 years has flown by. And those of you out there that have served, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. Time flies when you're having fun, and when you're having fun in the Army, or the Air Force, or the Navy, it flies even faster. Because you're always doing something. You never, any time you get downtime is when you're on leave. And even when you're on leave, you're still doing shit, because, you know, you've got to go on holiday, you've got to take the family out, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. That's life, you know, that's normal life. But when you're working in a fast-paced environment like the military, you know, dealing with some fucking horrendous shit, it makes it go quicker, that's for sure. It certainly does. So yeah, that's me. I am like I said, officially a veteran now. Is the channel name going to change? No, I'll just keep it as the military biker, absolutely. But it is what it is, man. Everything comes to an end at some point. I just didn't want it to come to an end. I bleed green. Always have, always will. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. It's 20 minutes of waffle probably, but you know, I thought I'd share with you guys how I feel, how things are, and for those of you guys that are coming to the end of your time in the military, it is a scary thought, you know. It's a tough time for you, and you know, going out on the bike and stuff like this just helps to sort of calm the nerves and put it all into perspective, really. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Be good, stay safe wherever you're around the world. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, I am Stevie the Military Biker, the veteran of the British Army now. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, and remember, you'll never walk alone.